careful. Don't want to be caught here.
What is wrong with you?
The Mystios is here! It's time, everyone! Ready your weapons and charge!
Now's my chance to take this stronghold.
Prepare for defeat.
That must be the general.
You're going to beg for death.
Will not walk away this time.
Come on, piece of shit!
Die, dog!
I shouldn't have encouraged the villagers to fight. They're all dead now.
What did you find? Are they okay? Did you run into the crew I sent? They haven't returned either. We're here. Linnaeus!
They found us just before the cult guards arrived. We were nearly killed.
did the right thing, sending the crew to check on them. They'd be dead if you hadn't.
I don't think I would have. Except you told me to be easier on Nileas. I thought better to lend help, rather than to leave him in the shadow of my tough love.
Glad I could help. Drink that. It should help you get better.
And what of all the other villagers?
I'm afraid many of them charged the cult stronghold along with me. None survived.
Oh, such loss of life. At least I have Nileas and you, Eagle Bearer. Come, Nileas. We have much catching up to do.
We are all alone now, Misthios. After such an adventure, I'm sure you want to take some time to relax.
I'm afraid there is still too much to do. Too many to kill. Relaxing is not an option.
That's unfortunate. I thought... Well, I thought. Never mind what I thought. I see how it is. Goodbye, Eagle Bearer.
Goodbye, Mikos, and good luck. Positions!
Good to have you back, Commander.
Phidias! Oh, I should have never doubted that you were in danger. Here it is, Skidali. Now I can decode the messages. I will avenge you, Phidias. Rest assured of that.
The commander is taking the helm!
Sails down! Ship the oars! Growing speed! Ready sails for docking!
Όσοι επιθυμείτε ο άνδρες και γυναίκες, τι να με φέρει νημήν. Μη λυπήστε, εσείτε επιθυμητών ούτε βρίσκετε. Υπέ και
Ella.
Quite a bounty on your head. Would be a shame if someone...
The watch will be vigilant here. Ella.
Take it easy! Slow down!
Maybe if I press here. I haven't crossed half the world to give up now. Skitali message told me to find a secret room in the stronghold in Lemnos. So that's where I should go. Someone went to a lot of trouble.
fight him if it's the last thing I do. I'll pray for Persephone.
Someone wants your head, and they're paying well. I'm going to end you.
MP. Tutto άδικο.
Are you Alexios of House Ayad?
I am.
I am Xanthi, magistrate of Pitana. I have a noble task befitting someone of your high station. My son is to start his military training at the Agogi. My husband is away at war, and I have official business to attend to. Can you escort him for me?
I can escort your son to the camp master.
Good. He'll learn how to be a man like his father and brother, or he'll die trying.
But my service needs to be rewarded.
Of course, you would be paid well for your time.
And they say Spartans don't speak sweetly.
My youngest is a dreamer. His head is filled with boyhood stories. He must learn how to serve his nation first, and then his family.
It's not an easy path.
He will find glory as a true Spartan soldier, or die bravely in the attempt. There is no greater way to honor Sparta. You'll find the Agogi camp southwest of here, near the foothills of the mountains. Makarios, come here.
Hello, I'm Alexios.
I am honored to meet you, Eagle Bearer. I can't wait to learn to fight like my brother Theoros, and to hear all your stories of deadly monsters and glorious adventures. This way, Alexios. The Agog is up in the mountains, so we can train closer to Olympus. What's it like being a mercenary?
I do what I must to get by.
My brother said the same thing about being a man in Sparta. We learn to fight, to die for our family and our country. I can't wait.
You love your home, huh?
I do. We are strong and we are free. And any man will happily give his life for his city, his fellow soldiers, and his children.
So how many children do you have?
Oh, no, none. But when I'm older, I'm going to marry Athena, and we'll have the strongest sons.
Well then.
Do you know why a Spartan soldier can lose his helmet or spear without worry? But if he loses his shield, he is punished beyond all measure.
Tell me.
It is because a soldier needs his helmet and
Stay on your guard.
defend only himself. But his shield is dearly important for the safety of his brothers and the whole battle line.
Stand your ground.
Oh no! Oh no! Ah! So fast! I will not fear! There's so much blood.
Life ends, hot and messy. What of your brother?
Theoros? He can throw the javelin and discus farther than anyone.
Oh, yes.
I'm faster than anyone my age, but Theoros is like Heracles himself.
He sounds like a god made flesh.
He's my hero. He even sings like Orpheus. Do you want to hear me sing? Though mother says I sing like a harpy.
No, that's okay. I'll be glad to meet him.
La ira, la 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 la, or...
Here, I bring you a new charge, trainer.
Makarios, son of Serios.
Yes, sir. I can't wait to see my brother.
Quiet, boy. No questions. You'll focus on your own lessons and duties, and speak when spoken to.
Yes, sir.
You'll taste dirt and blood here. I'll force you to eat 1,000 bitter lessons to harden you into the bronze shield your city needs.
Yes, sir.
Now, Mistios, you look like you've been in a few scrapes.
A scrape or two. 100. I like to think I've given as good as I've gotten.
Ha! Spoken like a true warrior. What say we give these summer youths a spectacle? Show them a clash of titans.
Let's give these kids a show they'll sing of for years.
Die!
Wow, what a battle! You fought like Achilles!
You do fight with the strength of the gods. Now that we know you can fight, I have a serious matter to discuss.
Oh?
2 of my older students have gone missing. And I need someone I can trust to find them.
They should know enough to take care of themselves.
Yes. But the world is full of unexpected dangers, and I cannot leave my charges to investigate properly.
I can look for them. Tell me what I need to know. What were their last orders?
I had sent them to a lookout camp, where they were to survive on their own for a few days. It is up to them to treat it seriously. But when I went to check on them, there was no sign.
What dangers did you expect them to face?
The students learned to watch for wolves and bears, but I saw no spoor.
Perhaps a different sort of beast.
The 2 students who are missing are called Akamas and Theoros.
Theoros? Makarios' his brother?
The same. I fear I have failed the magistrate.
I'll look at the campsite and see what I can find.
Όταν γεννήθεις, εγκατελείφθης παραδόσεις.
A burned patch. Someone dropped a torch in surprise. Signs of battle. A body. He doesn't look much like Makarios or Xanthi. Must be the other boy. A lost shield. That is a bad omen. A trail. Someone ran towards the mountain heights. Could be Theoros.
Found him.
God, be good. Please untie me. Thank you. I had almost given up. My gratitude, warrior. I was certain I would not see another day.
What's your name?
Theoros.
Trainer Iatrocles will want to know what happened to you and your companion.
My aides mate, Akamas, was killed by these dogs when we saw them sneaking about in the night.
And what happened to you?
I fell in combat, and they dragged me here.
I saw the battlefield. You ran as soon as your companion fell. A Spartan never drops his shield.
Curse you. Yes, I don't want to be a soldier. I never wanted to. All I wanted was a small boat, a small life, to fish and live in peace.
A fisherman? I came all this way for a coward?
So what? I didn't ask for this. It was forced upon me. A boy in Spartak has no other choice.
Your mother and Makarios will be disgusted by you.
At least I'll be alive to pray for them and love them from afar. Thank you for my life, Mistios, but tell them I'm not coming back.
I have bad tidings for you, trainer.
Let's have it. Better to take a hardship face on than drag it out.
Bandits were in the mountains. Akamas died trying to fight them. Theoros survived, but his spirit is broken. He has no will to fight.
Akamas fell and Theoros abandoned his duty. These are bitter fruits you bring me, Misthios. It will be up to Makarios to one day restore his family's honor for his brother's cowardice.
As you say.
Γράψτε την τάξη. Πότε είναι στρατεία.
What do you have to share with me, Misthios?
Magistrate Xanthi, I have black news for you. Your older son is lost.
Dead?
In the face of danger, Theoros abandoned his shield and fled his duty.
This is hard news. A blow upon my heart. I do not thank you for your words, but they needed to be heard.
Makarios has started his training at the Agogi. And who knows? Maybe one day Theoros...
I have but one son now, Misthios. To other matters. There are several in the region who could benefit from your presence, Eagle Bearer. Help them, inspire them, and I'll reward you.
Give me their names.
The farm owner, Laniki, as well as several of the town's important women, Zita, Zamia, and Zefkso.
Who is this farm owner?
Laniki runs the farm for her family. Recently, it has been underperforming. She blames the gods and believes the land is cursed. But I wonder if she's too quick to punish her Ilotes.
What does Zita need?
Her daughter, Zoferas, is as wild and headstrong as an untamed filly. Zita constantly prays for guidance, but I suspect Zoferas needs a more grounded hand to direct her.
What should I know about Damia?
She has two precocious children who rule the roost in the Agora. They reduce their tutors to tears and stir up the other age mates. She is hoping you can instill some respect in them.
What can you tell me about Zevskso?
Her husband is off training for war, and she specifically requested an audience with you for help with something quite personal.
I'll find them and see what they want of me.
May the Dioscuri watch over your path.
Oh, Ira and Aphrodite, please grant my daughter the virtue of obedience. Eagle Bearer, you bless this temple with your presence. If I may ask, I'm having a little problem.
I'm not the problem. I'm a Spartan. You keep at home supervising farmers while I could be out in the world finding adventure. You give my brothers the chance to explore. Why not me?
An explorer, are you?
So you're the eagle bearer everyone's been talking about. I hope you live up to your reputation. I'm Zoferas.
Could you please educate my daughter to behave as a Spartan woman should?
If both you and Zoferas agree, I'll train your daughter to be a fine Spartan. Beginning with her physical strength, of course. It's the only way she can keep your household safe and prosperous.
The eagle bearer is right, Mater. Spartan women must be strong.
You can call me Alexios.
I suppose if the Eagle Bearer says it. All right. Train my daughter as you see fit.
Let's begin your training with running. Try to keep up.
But Spartans never run. Only cowards do. Why should I train in running?
Strong legs mean you'll thrust your spear with more force.
And yours do seem very strong.
Let's race through the theater to the entrance of the Dromos. Last one there's a wounded goat. Glad you could make it.
I'll get you next time.
Now we'll race horses, but not like they do in the athletic games. We'll make our own course.
Horses? Why should I bother with those filthy beasts? We have elotes for that.
Horses are beasts of muscle and power. You'll never understand until you hold one between your thighs.
Well, when you put it that way, ride on.
Let's race to the bridge south of Sparta. Ready? Go! And that's how you master a beast.
That was more speed than mastery.
How are my lessons so far, Zoferas?
Not bad. But why did you decide to teach me anyway? Don't you have more exciting things to do? Treasures to find, tyrants to depose.
The secret is, by teaching a skill to someone else, you're also improving your own technique. That's the only way you'll both reach peak performance.
You'll have to show me your technique.
Do you have a suggestion for our next bit of training?
There's a place I found in the southern hills with a wonderful view. Will you go there with me?
I like the view already, but let's go.
So, does that bird follow you everywhere?
Icaros. Yes, he likes to keep an eye on me. Are you jealous?
want. I don't either. Does he give you any special powers? You know, Achilles got invulnerability, Heracles the strength of a god.
If you know the old stories, you know what Zeus is especially good at.
If you have that kind of talent, just call me Pandora. Beautiful, isn't it?
Absolutely.
I think I'm beginning to understand you, Alexios.
Are you? Tell me, who do you think I am?
You answer my questions with such passion and authority. You like being in charge, don't you?
You might be right. But really, why did you bring me out here?
I thought we could continue with some more intensive training, Alexios. If you've got some energy left.
Well then, let's begin our advanced lessons.
Oh, thanks, Alexios. You've inspired me to train harder. Thanks, Alexios. You've inspired me to train harder.
Magistrate Xanthi told me you've been having trouble with your farm.
Crop failure. It's as if Ares herself salted the earth.
How are the crops failing?
Blight. Few plants grow, and the ones that do are wilted and covered in spots. The gods would never let this happen if they were happy. It's my godless Ilotes, I tell you. You're a messenger of Zeus. You show them the light.
I'll find out what's happening.
Oh, thank Zeus. My Ilotes, Tefta and Maron. They work the fields, but they do not respect the gods. Teach them.
I haven't seen other farms in the area with blighted crops. What could be causing the difference?
The grain grew in short and dry. Then the animals started to grow ill. Obvious signs of displeasing Persephone or her mother. Maron claims the animals have been poisoned, but I have no enemies to speak of.
What makes you blame your Ilotes for the blight? Have they tampered with the plants and animals?
They do not worship as you and I do. I thank Demeter for all she gives us at the end of each day. But they just reap the bounty of her hard work.
So, it's divine intervention?
What else dictates our fates? Ugh, Tefta won't stop babbling about the soil. Thinks I overwork my farm. Idiot woman. As if this farm hasn't been in my family for generations.
I'll go talk with your Ilotes and see what they know.
Misthios.
Yere, your master claims this blight is the will of the gods. What do you think?
Sometimes crops fail. Could be dry soil, could be insects. It's a shame about the donkey. He was more crucial to the farm's success than the master. Or you, for that matter.
How can I make clearing the ground easier?
The hoe I'm using is falling apart. I have to fix the blade every few swings. Something more sturdy would make it go faster.
It's not like you're shackled to this patch of land. What's preventing you from getting a new hoe?
Have you ever been beaten so hard you lose hearing in one of your ears? That's what happened last time I went to market without permission.
Oh, of course. I'll look for one. Here you go. This should make digging easier.
You're all right for a stranger. Look, the water's tasted like a rusty blade for the past few weeks. Last time I had water like that was when I was downriver from a blacksmith.
Thank you. Mauled to death. May your journey across the Styx be a more peaceful end than this. Debris might be getting stuck in this net. Maybe the dead man was a fisherman. These don't look like the knife wounds of a man. I'll bet it's the metal from the armor giving the water a bad taste. Oh, that smell is going to linger on me. At least the river runs clear now.
You there? Could you help an ailing woman by getting some mint?
I picked some up on my way.
The back patch of land is riddled with blight like I've only seen once before. My old master lost his whole farm to it. I'll never forget this smell.
The back of the farm. I'll take a look. It's a wonder anything grows in this field, with all this mess crushing the plants. The tanners in Kefalonia use something that smells awful to make leather. It can't be good for the soil. The earth is stained here. That can't be good for the soil. Seems like fire is the only way to be sure of ending this blight. I can't believe I have to tidy everything up around here. Now I'm beginning to understand Tefta's anger. The disease crops have been burned, and the river is cleared. That should be the last of the blight.
Oh, you truly are God-sent. What was the cause of the rot?
You were so busy looking to the sky that you ignored what was in front of you. The gods are not responsible for cleaning the fields or the river. That's on you.
What? You dare? Xanthi said you are an agent of Zeus, but you are a false champion, as godless as my Ilotes. Get out from here.
The poison in your fields is nothing compared to the poison in your heart.
Just ignore him. Zeus will recognize his mistake in choosing a champion soon enough. Just ignore him. Zeus will recognize his mistake in choosing a champion soon enough.
Forget it, Nistios! You're not welcome here!
You wouldn't happen to be the eagle bearer, would you?
Me? Yes, I am.
Where do you know justice? Your hair must have been woven by Athena. Your body is like a sculpture made by the masters. And your arms look so strong. Strong enough to...
Strong enough to...
Strong enough to carry this basket to my husband, Kalibos.
Oh, right. The magistrate mentioned you. It'll be easy to carry.
Thank you so much. Let me know if you need anything.
Where might I find Calibos?
He's an important general. His unit is stationed in the northeast near the fort of Presai, down by the beach.
What's in the basket?
What any man would need on the eve of battle to win the respect of the gods. Please, Eagle Bearer. It would give him an edge over his enemies.
I'll help with your delivery.
Please don't forget to bring Calibos that basket I gave you.
Τούτο άδικον εστίν.
This is heavy. What's in here? Bricks?
anyone ever tell you?
Misthios? Well met. What brings you to our camp?
You are Kalibos. Your wife sent me to deliver this package. I think it might be some kind of offering.
Zevxo is a good woman. She's gifted me with a basket fit for Dionysos.
Earthly pleasures? She made it sound like it was a case of life and death.
A deathly hangover, maybe. Boys, we're having a good night. Care to join us, friend?
I never say no to good wine and good company.
I expected no less from you.
Could someone pass the water skin?
Oh, could someone pass my head? I think I left it farther down the beach.
Surely this is the after effects of the mushrooms. I remember the chicken coop. I remember the farmer's field. I do not remember building a Trojan horse.
It was just here when I woke up.
We offer it to the gods for safe passage across the seas. Boys, let's move this down to the beach. I once boasted to a friend that I was a better tactician than Odysseus himself. Today I was proven wrong.
You live to fight another day. Learn from this.
Please, thank my wife for her festive gift.
I don't know if I should thank her or curse her.
Αναγκαίο να στείλω φυγή.
Thank you for helping my Kalibos eagle bearer. Is he all right?
Come on. Go! Yeah! Off we go now.
Let me know if you have questions. Let me know if you need anything else.
You are the Eagle Bearer. Wonderful. Magistrate Xanthi has spoken highly of you.
Very kind of her.
So here's the thing. My children have promising futures, but they refuse to learn and study. They think they know better, but they can't recite a poem to save their lives.
Where do I fit into this?
They've heard of the Eagle Bearer and worship the ground you walk on. If you related an epic story to them, I bet they retain it and impress their tutors.
It's an odd request, but I've been asked to do stranger things. I'll do it.
My children are waiting inside the temple of Dionysus Kolonatas for today's epic story. The subject is Perseus, which they should know well, but seem to forget all when questioned.
Perseus. I know his story well. As if we were cousins, both raised at the base of Mount Olympus. Do not fear. I will hold your children fast with my tail. Hello, I'm...
The Eagle Bearer. We've heard all about you.
Are you going to tell us a story today? Do we have to listen? We've heard it 100 times.
Yes, that's me. And yes, I'm telling you a story. Let us sing with the voice of the gods about the exploits of brave Perseus and the noble Pegasus. Acrisius, the king of Argos, was not a good man. He had one child, a daughter, Danae. Bitter that he had no son, he went to the oracle of Delphi and heard a prophecy that chilled him.
Ooh, what was it?
The oracle said Acrisius would be killed by his grandson. But Danae was unmarried and childless at the time. To protect himself, he locked Danae in a bronze room, open only to the sky.
Ooh!
However, mighty Zeus saw the girl and fell in love with her. He transformed into a golden shower and seduced her. Danae gave birth to a son, Perseus.
I knew it.
King Acrisius couldn't kill the boy for fear of angering Zeus. So, he put his daughter and grandson in a wooden crate and tossed them into the wild sea to be drowned.
How horrid! Poor Perseus.
Perseus and his mother Danae were rescued on the island of Seriphos, and Perseus grew up under the care of a kindly fisherman, Victis.
Lucky them. Did the gods help?
Maybe. Perseus learned to swim and ride and fight, and how to be good and just, even though his father was only a fisherman.
I can do all those things too.
Yeah, good for you.
Except swim or be just.
Hush. Now, Victis' brother was ruler of the island, but he was not a good man.
He's scum.
The cruel king of Seriphos, Victis' brother, Polydectes, decided he wanted to marry Danae, for she was still beautiful and noble. But Perseus knows his mother does not want this. Victis couldn't stop his brother, so it was up to Perseus to interfere and be annoying.
Christos, that's your job. I will keep the stinky king from marrying you.
The cruel and, stinky king became angry. To get rid of Perseus, Polydectes sent him on an impossible quest. Prove yourself a warrior, and fetch me a worthy wedding gift, the king said, by killing a great monster!
I knew it! Shh, I knew it too.
Polydectes told Perseus to bring back the head of Medusa, the Gorgon whose gaze could turn anyone who looked into her eyes to stone.
Ah!
Polydectes knew that Medusa would be Perseus' death.
That stinker!
But the evil king did not know Perseus was favored by the gods. Hermes gifted Perseus with winged sandals and a silver sickle, and Athena gave him a bronze shield polished mirror bright. Perseus flew to Medusa's lair and used the shield to watch her reflection. He cut off her head with the sickle of Hermes. As she died, the winged foal Pegasus sprung from her neck.
Yes!
Flying home, Perseus found the maiden Andromeda chained on the Ethiopian cliffs, waiting to be sacrificed to the baleful sea monster Ketos. Perseus used Medusa's head to turn Ketos to stone, rescued Andromeda, and married her.
Take that, Ketos!
Perseus returned home to find King Polydectes relentlessly pursuing Danae. They quarreled, and Perseus showed the king his wedding gift. When he saw Medusa's head, Polydectes turned to stone.
Yes!
That was not all. Hades appears with a pack of giant scorpions called Scorpiox and kills Andromeda and tries to kill Perseus.
Huh?
But Perseus throws his sword of Zeus at Hades, forcing him back into the underworld.
Wait. It's supposed to be Hermes' sickle. And Andromeda doesn't die. You're telling it wrong.
In the end, Perseus wins. Zeus offers to make him a god. But Perseus refuses. So instead, Zeus brings Andromeda back to life, because she was only mostly dead.
That was a great telling of the tale. I'll never forget it. Maybe the best. I can't wait to tell all my friends.
Ah, thank you.
I couldn't help overhearing the end of your story. Truly inspiring, Eaglebearer. Thank you.
I told the story of Perseus to my tutor, and he said it was the best rendition he'd ever heard. My mother is so happy with us. Oh.
I should be careful. High security here. Let's go, Phobos. Ella. Yeah!
Thank you for aiding all of us in Pitana. Stories of you will live amongst us for many years.
I help where I can, but thank you.
A reward for all your help.
Bella. Let's hope no one notices me here.
By Zeus! I would have been a goner there if it wasn't for you.
Lucky I came by.
Pleased to make your acquaintance. I'm Epi. Well, Epizilos, but my friends call me Epi. Not that I have friends, necessarily.
I'm Alexios.
Charm. You have the look of someone used to being out in the world.
You have the look of someone who, spends a lot of time reading.
I don't look like much, it's true. But when discovery knocks, what other choice is there? I have, in my possession, a Mycenaean tablet that leads to a sacred burial site. I'm calling it the Cave of the Oracle.
Good for you.
Mycenaeans were known for their elaborate grave sites, full of precious things.
How precious?
Ancient jewelry, ceremonial swords and daggers, so very precious. If you escort me, I'll show you.
How can I turn down a promise of precious things?
The fates delivered you onto my path, and thus we travel together.
The fates have been known to have a sense of humor.
Happening upon you, hero, is fortuitous.
Glad to hear it. So, you dig through book roll?
No. Well, yes and no. I dig through dirt, too.
That's what farmers do.
I uncover our history. Sometimes, hopefully this time, it will uncover ancient wonders.
Hate to break it to you, but clay pots and dirt aren't that wondrous to most.
I've dedicated my life to it. It's so much more than treasure to be looted.
Is it, though?
It's who we are. Knowing where we come from tells us where we are headed.
You educated people and your riddles.
Some people don't care about the past. They only want to steal something that will make them a few drachmi. Imagine that.
Hard to believe.
My peers are no more than treasure hunters and art dealers.
Well, you did mention precious jewels.
These ruins and relics are notoriously hard to find. I found this one. Clever search and deduction.
Tell me more about it.
Mycenaeans held specific rituals. Some tales speak of objects made by the gods.
Yes, the gods like to play their hand on occasion.
Think of this, Mystios. How would you like to have had the gods help you in battle?
A good warrior doesn't need any help from the gods, or anyone else.
True, true. But think of what we might find there.
You think we'll find something with this power?
See? Now are you interested?
I certainly am. The Oracle of Trophonios. I wonder if the cult's working here too.
What's this?
Stay back.
They seem drawn to this place. I hadn't expected that.
Does this have to do with... whatever that name was you said?
The Mycenaeans? I don't see how they could know. It must be related to Trophonios. I'll observe them and see what I can learn.
Fine. I'll search further inside.
Wait! Take this steely piece. See if there are markings that match it. The worshippers puzzle me. They murmur something. I can't make it out.
Not much of a burial site. Mules are buried in higher places of honor. The steely piece looks like it can be placed. This is unexpected. Something's in the way. This is more elaborate than I thought. Ah, this is more like it. Let's see what we have. This statue depicts a warrior. Won't budge. Something's blocking this. We're in the right place. Unfortunately, my friend, it's been looted. All I found was this armor.
That is highly significant. The Mycenaeans were a warrior culture, you know. So this must be a warrior's tomb.
Ah, well, it's a decent piece. But where's the rest of it?
That was only one part of the stele. If we can find the others, I can decipher the text.
Maybe that will reveal more armor. The rest of the stele you speak of could be anywhere.
If I can find clues for where to look, are you interested in finding the other stele pieces?
I'll look for the others.
Excellent! Now, I need to see those markings. Let's go inside. I didn't expect the stele keystone to actually be a key.
I wonder what happens when all of them are in place.
Even with only part of the stele, I can start to decipher the writing.
What does it say?
I think that says of the gods.
Really? To think you were someone yelling for help not long ago.
Look at me now.
I think you're going to need all of them, though.
According to this, it seems that the stele pieces have been deliberately separated.
I wonder why they were separated on purpose.
It doesn't matter if we can find them. Will you look for the other stele pieces?
Of course. Where should I look?
According to this, the next stele is... Oh, better you than me. I can't swim. Explore the ruins of Arni.
What's the connection between this tomb and those worshippers?
The writing mentions of the gods. It's not clear which gods, though. Once we decipher more, we should understand the connection.
The armor must belong to the ancient warrior. But why remove it and spread it out across the lands?
Good question. It must have something to do with the text.
So these markings are an ancient language?
Mycenaean. There are languages even older than that, which have been lost. When this died out, sadly, we fell into a dark age.
Time for me to go.
It will take some time to go through my notes. Search for the missing stele fragment, and then return.
Your clue was right. I found a part of the stele, along with another piece of armor.
There must be a piece of armor with each missing stele.
But why?
This section here refers to a ritual.
It doesn't explain why the armor was separated and hidden with a stele piece.
Maybe that was part of the ritual? We need to find the other stele pieces. Are you ready?
If we found these, then we'll find the other stele pieces too. I'll go look.
Even with the full keystone in place, some of the meaning may be lost on us.
I have faith in you.
Oh! You won't believe what this section says. Of the primordial gods. Primordial.
That's interesting.
That's ancient.
It could just be a prayer on behalf of the warrior.
That's what I thought too. Until I read this part.
There's more.
It mentions that the ritual will be activated.
What ritual?
I have no idea. I'm presuming it means we need all of the steles in place before something happens.
Do you have the location for the missing piece?
This text is hard to make sense of. It appears to be a warning. Be careful when you explore the tomb of Orion.
I'll be careful. The Dark Age has had its time. Why look backward?
There is truth and insight in looking backward. Take Homer, for example. He often spoke of our past in his stories.
So digging through dirt and cobwebbed words is your ambition?
My role is to breathe life into the ancients.
Do any of your peers support you in this?
None. My ways are too different for them.
If you're right, you'll gain their respect after this. Do you worry that your expectations are too high? It may be a dead end.
How can it? The clues have proven me right thus far. The stele mentions a ritual that once performed will activate something.
What does that have to do with primordial gods?
I have no idea. When we have all the stele pieces, we'll know.
Time to go.
Being here